I'm JP Prince, and this is I Don't Know Ish About Sports. In Week 5, weekend games are starting early this weekend in London with the New York Jets and Atlanta Falcons game starting us off, and the Falcons are 3-point favorites, and I'm going to go with the Falcons 27-20 in London. Next, we have the Green Bay Packers versus Cincinnati Bengals, and the Packers open up as 3-point favorites in this one as well, and I'm going to go with the Packers 24-17 to get the win behind Aaron Rodgers. Next, we have the Detroit Lions versus the Minnesota Vikings, and the Vikings come in as 10-point favorites, and I'm going with the favorites in this one, 27-20 Vikings. Moving on to the Denver Broncos traveling to face the Pittsburgh Steelers, and the Steelers are 1.5-point underdogs today to the Broncos, and I'm going to have to go with the Broncos today to get the win. As much as I want to take the Steelers, they just not have looked good, so I got the Broncos 24-21 in this one. Next, to the defending Super Bowl champion Tampa Bay Buccaneers hosting the Miami Dolphins, and the Bucs open as heavy 10-point favorites in this matchup, and I'm going with the GOAT in this one, 30-17 Buccaneers. Moving on to the New Orleans Saints taking on the Washington football team at home, and Washington are 2.5-point favorites, and this is a tough one to pick with two struggling offenses, so I expect low scoring, and I'm going 21-20 Saints in a close one on the road. Next, to the Philadelphia Eagles flying to Carolina to face the Panthers, and coming off their first loss, the Panthers are 3-point favorites, and while I expect the Eagles to play tough, I'm going to go with the Panthers in this one, 28-20. Now to the Tennessee Titans, coming off a bad loss to the Jets and are facing another team you would expect them to beat easily in the Jacksonville Jaguars, and the Titans open up as 4.5-point favorites on the road, and I expect them to get the win on the road and not to lose to another winless team, so I'm going with the Titans 31-24 over Jacksonville. Now to the last of the early games where we travel to Houston as the Texans welcome my New England Patriots, who open as 8.5-point favorites. And while both teams desperately need a win, I think the Patriots are the better football team from top to bottom, so I'm going with the Patriots in this one, 27-17. Now to the afternoon games, and first we have the Chicago Bears facing the Las Vegas Raiders, and the Raiders open as 5.5-point favorites. And while I'm happy Justin Fields is starting for the Bears, I still can't trust their offense and the play calling, so I'm going with Vegas in this one, 24-17. Now to the Cleveland Browns, who travel to the Los Angeles Chargers, and the Chargers open up as 2.5-point favorites at home. And as much as I want to take the home team, this is the type of game the Browns must win, so I'm going to take the road team in this one, 27-24 for the tough road win. Now to the Dallas Cowboys hosting the New York Giants, and the Cowboys open up as 7-point favorites, and I'm taking the Cowboys in this one, 34-21 in an easy win, as their offense is just too much for the Giants. Now to the NFL's hottest team, the Arizona Cardinals hosting the San Francisco 49ers, and the Cardinals open up as 5.5-point favorites. And I wasn't an early believer in the Cardinals and Kyler Murray, but after 4 weeks, they look legit, and I'm going to stick with the hot hand and take the Cardinals to win at home, 31-27. Now to the Sunday night game of the week, where the Kansas City Chiefs welcome the Buffalo Bills, and the Chiefs open as 2.5-point favorites. This is a great matchup, and I expect a lot of scoring and highlights, but in the end, I'm going to go with Patrick Mahomes and the Chiefs to get the victory in front of a crazy crowd and a tough Buffalo defense to keep it close, but I'm going with the Chiefs 31, Bills 28 on Sunday night. Last but not least, we have the struggling Indianapolis Colts facing the Baltimore Ravens in this Week 5 Monday night matchup, and the Ravens are 6.5-point favorites, and I expect Lamar Jackson to continue to be great and lead the Ravens with another big game with his legs and his arm, and the Colts just aren't very good, so I'm going with the Ravens 28, Colts 17 to close out Week 5. That's all my picks for the weekend games. Thank you for watching. I'm your host, JP Prince, and this is I Don't Know Ish About Sports. Remember to like, comment, and subscribe, and enjoy your Week 5 NFL football. Peace.